Good morning. It is July the 9th, 2025. I want to give a background on me in terms of the vision for Tree of Life Farms. I was raised in Pennsylvania, Northeast Pennsylvania, in Easton, on a beautiful, classic, Holstein, purebred dairy farm. My dad was the herdsman. He was learning the trade from one of the best farms for high quality production of cows that look good and produce good quantities of milk. They're one of the top herds, like I said, in Pennsylvania. And they were breeders. They developed bulls that were turned into production as far as their semen. So I was raised in that setting, watching my dad learn. I was raised in an old farmhouse with a creek that ran by, no television. I was raised climbing trees, playing in the creek, and watching my dad do farming, and I always wanted to be on the tractor. At 13 years old, my dad was able to get a farm, 75 acres, lease it, and then buy some cows, get some tractors, and start farming on his own. And I was his only help. And so at first it was fun, 13, but it's a lot of work. You got to milk the cows, and we didn't have a pipeline system, so we had to lift the milk buckets for each cow, pour it into a station, what we called a dumping station, and all that was pumped back to the milk tank. So we were wholesale people. But my dad started with a nucleus of hybrid Holsteins, and then went out and bought some Holsteins. We milked about 45 head, and we did that all the way till going into my sophomore year of college, and then my dad couldn't make ends meet, and he had to shut the whole thing down. So that was over 41 years ago. I was going to Penn State for dairy science to learn the trade at another level. The part I loved the most was showing cows, breeding, trying to make a more beautiful cow. I did enjoy the milking part. The part I didn't enjoy was the field work. The farm that we want to build out is not big. It's maybe 15 or 20 cows. These cows are going to be fed the grass, the pasture, primarily. We won't be doing corn silage, so we don't need a lot of acres, as long as the grass that the cows are eating is plentiful enough to make milk. We will supplement with alfalfa. We will supplement with different forms of high fiber grasses and barley, things like that. We will raise these cows for long-term lifespan, meaning 10 to 15 years old. That means they're going to birth 8 to 12 calves. Our goal is to have these calves be of a high quality so that they can be sold, because we can only milk so many cows on the lake, on 50 to 70 acres of farmland. So the goal would be to sell the cows and help people start their own herd. We would also incorporate, through the help of others, cheese production, all kinds of cheese. We would also do butter, and we would do yogurt,